Okay, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today's video, we're here for the Apothecary Diaries Season 2. This is going to be episode 22. Last episode got me, man. The end of that episode fucked me up so badly. That was just, the end of the last episode was like legitimately just soul crushing. It was one of the most brutal episodes of this entire show that I've watched. First, the Shisui scene that had me tearing up because it was so sweet with Mao Mao calling her Shisui, to then Shisui showing Mao Mao that she had not quite sure what she's done there. I'm gonna be completely honest. We've theorized about it back and forth, but I don't quite know what she's doing there. She either flat out poisoned and killed them or gave them the resurrection drug, which I'll get into that in a second, but all in all, she poisoned them. And then the scene of Kyoryu doing it, even though he probably knew what it was. I just thinking about it makes me want to cry. That scene was fucking brutal. Oh my god, one of the most brutal scenes of this show I've watched. Because that made Kyoryu instantly shoot up to one of my favorite characters in this entire show. Him like fucking smiling. Ugh. Also, I probably look like I'm on the sun right now. I apologize. I got this white ass jacket and my screen is also white. So yeah, sorry. I probably look like I'm on the fucking sun right now. But it'll change whenever we get into the actual episode, and I don't feel like adjusting my camera, aperture and shit. Anyway, as I was saying, that leads into two theories about why Shisui has brought Mao Mao into this room. Because like, Mao Mao asked, what's the fucking point of showing her this? And a part of me wants to believe that maybe Shisui wants... it's so hard to theorize, because even if she gave the kids the resurrection drug, and they were all knocked out, say the soldiers come in and see them, and they're like, okay, these kids are knocked out, whatever. As soon as the kids wake up, the soldiers have to kill them anyway. It's not saving the kids from anything if she gave them the resurrection drug, because... I was honestly talking about in the Discord, and we were trying to theorize what's going to happen, and I was like, if they do it to where, like, the kids, I don't know, the kids are, like, take the resurrection drug and come back, and Jinchi spares them or something like that, I would honestly not like that, because that's not realistic for what this series has set up so far. Mao Mao has said it earlier in this series, and I think, I don't know if she should be outright said it, but it's been pretty apparent, but, like, nobody survives a rebellion. On the side of the rebellion, no women, no kids, no nothing. And this show has made it very clear that there are things that, even with Jinchi or the Emperor, they can't do. Like, no matter how high you are, there is things you just cannot do. Like, Jinchi could not go in and fire all of Li Shu's ladies-in-waiting because it would look bad for her. And so in this case, it's not like Jinchi can just come in and spare the kids. He can't do that. That's literally just not something he can do. The show has set that up, that there are perimeters or barriers to things that even someone as high as Jinchi standing cannot do. So, yeah. I just wanted to talk about that because I really don't know why maybe she wants Mao Mao to drink the resurrection drug or something like that, so that say like Shenmei or somebody comes into that room where the kids are, she'll think they're already dead, it won't harm them or something like that, because Mao Mao's been going around a lot at this point. I don't know. This is one of the times that I genuinely don't think I can make a good theory for why Shisui brought Mao Mao here. But yeah, the army's here officially. They made that notice last episode. That guard is coming back. I really hope he ends up surviving. I'm gonna be so sad if he came back to help Mao Mao and he's gonna end up dead. Like, he literally was leaving and we saw a scene of him coming back. He also, I really like him as well. But yeah, I don't see this being a reality no matter how much I want it to. The only thing I could see happening is Shisui and Suide escape. Otherwise, they die. I don't see a single reality where they survive, other than if they escape. That's it. That's the only reality I see where those two survive and get to live on past this rebellion here, which is tragic. It's really sad. I don't know. I hope Kyoryu lives, but I really don't know what Shisui did there. Obviously, she's probably going to explain it to Mao Mao here in this episode. I'm just trying to theorize beforehand, because I like doing that, even though it's almost certainly going to be the first scene where they explain to us what's going on here. But yeah, last episode was so good. Mao Mao getting sent to the Taibon by Shisui because Shisui knew Mao Mao would really love going there. She knew Mao Mao would be okay with the snakes, unlike her sister Suide, who got really fucked up by them and traumatized by them, like all the bugs and critters and snakes and shit. But anyway, yeah. Good, I think that's all I wanted to cover last episode, because we spent the entire episode with Mao Mao. Also, Mao Mao calling Shinmei a shitty old hag or whatever she called her was so good. That was so therapeutic to see her get called that. But yeah, anyway. Let's see where we're gonna go in this episode. We are nearing the end. When I'm recording this, next week, or I guess this week technically, because I don't record these on Fridays. I'm really busy on Fridays, so I record them a couple days later. But this week that we're on right now, when I'm recording this, there is no episode. So YouTube, ideally, when this is getting posted, I don't know why I pointed to myself. When this episode is getting posted to YouTube, we'll be fully caught up with it when episode 23 airs. That is ideally what I'm shooting for here. This week I'm getting episode 21 and 22 posted. Or no, 20 and 21 posted, and next week I'll do 22, and then 23 will be the episode after that. And so ideally we'll be caught up for the last 2 episodes of this show, or season 2 of the show. I highly doubt they're not going to announce a season 3 right after this. This show is like one of the most popular shows at the moment. So anyway, let's get right into this. Per usual, remember to check out the Patreon and Discord. Links are in the description below. As far as the Discord goes, we talk about current anime, past anime, current manga, past manga, and have non-anime conversations as well. And as far as the Patreon goes, you get exclusives and uncuts to all my reactions. So remember to check out either of those of your own will. Now without further ado, hop straight into the Apothecary Diaries Season 2. This is going to be episode 22. I think I talked about Jinchi's development last episode, right? I hope I did. If not, I'll put like some text in here, so it's somewhere in this reaction about it, because I wanted to talk about Jinchi as a character and how much he has developed this season, because I feel like it goes kind of understated how much incredible development he's gone through. Yeah, we're picking up right here. I never intended for you to meet my mother. Yeah, we're getting to the point clearly now where my theories about why they brought Mao Mao here are coming to fruition. I made them back in episode 20 that they never actually intended for Shenmei to find Mao Mao. They kidnapped Mao Mao so that Jinchi and Lacan would spring into action, and then that's why they wanted to hide Mao Mao away in the house, because they didn't want Shenmei to find her. And when Shinmei did end up finding her, because Mao Mao went to the Faithful workshop, Lolan or Shisui, with her quick thinking, saved Mao Mao by calling her an apothecary, because Shinmei had been looking for one, and then they brought her to the stronghold. So she saved getting caned 100 times. 100 times. Yeah, yeah. We're finally getting that, like, told to Mao Mao's face. Wasn't like this in the past. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if I believe that. I wouldn't even call it bullying. It's just straight up abuse. It's not even bullying. It's just abuse. He can't. Devouring her husband through giving birth to a child. Insects are far better. They only do that to allow their children to live. Insects only devour, yeah, the other to let their children live. They finally showing you that scene. You're not gonna explain why you did this to the kids? I need an explanation. I know you did research. They're finally revealing everything here, like laying it bare, like what their plan was. How she's close to Jinchi and Lacan, and that's why they kidnapped her. You're raised by a former doctor. You're similar to my sister. I have no father or mother, just a dad. My sister probably isn't really my sister either. Yeah, that makes sense. But then Shinmei came in and fucked whatever plan up he was trying to do there. That makes sense. He probably did his research or had somebody find out that that girl was Taiho's daughter, who had relations with the previous emperor, and he was like, okay, if I have a child with her and I control that child, he'll have someone with imperial blood in her, and so that's why he had a child with her. He probably sought her out in particular, Sude's mother, Taiho's daughter. We still don't know her name. I don't think we've ever gotten her name. We haven't even seen her face. Lies. Yeah, she wants to try and save Suide's life by like making like she has nothing to do with the Shi clan, nothing to do with the rebellion or anything like that. But sadly, they're not going to let Suide live. Even if she was forced to do what she did almost assassinate the Emperor's younger brother. She claims they're unrelated to protect her. Yeah, it won't. It won't. Sadly, it won't. Yep, exactly. And is this her attempt to save the kids too? Is that what this is alluding to? That she gave them the resurrection drug in an attempt to be like they're not involved. We poisoned all of them. I'd have survived. That's why she brought me here. Yeah, she knows she's going to die, basically. She knows she's going to die. And she's doing this as a last thing to save these kids and you. You should just run. Yep, literally what I was saying, that's the only way she survives this, is if she runs. The only way. Throw it all away and escape with Suide. David, literally, that is bar for bar exactly what I said. That's the only alternative to how they survive. But she's not gonna do that. I'm the most important person. You say that Mao. I love you, girl. That is the biggest lie I have literally ever heard in my entire life. Shisui is just like you. But not for this. Shisui is just like you because it's the exact opposite of this. Shisui is just like you in the sense that this statement is the biggest bullshit lie I've ever heard. At every single instance granted to her, Mao puts her own life on the line for others. Almost every single instance. For the people she cares about. I don't care about other people either is the biggest bold-faced lie I've ever heard someone tell themselves. Ever. Like that Mao could not be more opposite of this sentence she's saying here. I'm the most important person to me, yet at every instant she attempts to throw away her own life like it's nothing to help others. And that's what Shisui's doing right now. You two are exactly the same, but not even. Obviously Mao's just deflecting here or like trying to what's the word? Not deny. There's a specific word I'm looking for, but she's deflecting the reality of the situation and how Shisui is doing a move that I don't know if Mao would do it, but it's a move similar to something Mao would maybe do. Put her life on the line for others. Even if she could just run and escape, she's not going to do that. It's like she said right here, the politics, your parents, the clan, just throw it all away. It's what she wants Shisui to do, so she could survive. I can't believe how big of a lie that is. Oh my god. That could not be a bigger lie. But still... Whoa! Why can't I stop myself from reaching out? It's like even after all the shit Mao's been through, because Shisui and Suide kidnapped her and brought her here, she can't help but reach out for her. Throw that away. Oh my god, you hear how emotional Mao sounds? Oh my god. Told you had just one chance to drink it, what would you do? Damn, dude, Jesus Christ. They're not gonna do this to me again. This is so fucked. Oh, these last 2 episodes, these last, honestly, 3 episodes, I guess, have been fucking brutal. God damn. My god. She's going to die. Holy fuck, and she still grabs her. Yes, it's rare. She's giving her Jinshi's hairpin. Ooh. Give this back to me someday. It was a gift. I might sell it off. God, the OSTs in this scene are so good. In my collar, not my hair.
顔も髪もすすがついてる。本当だ。タヌキみたい。
Yeah, like a
あり
tanuki.
がとう。ママ。
Dude, this OST is gorgeous. Oh,
あとは頼んだから。
that might be the last time we ever see her. Oh my god, dude. Ah. Fuck.
とは頼んだ。
We go back in. Oh, this is gonna show Jinchi in the army preparing, I would assume. That's my guess here, is that it's gonna show Jinchi in the army preparing to attack. I don't even... Where do I even begin with that? What the... I don't even know where to begin. What the fuck? I don't even... That is just... I don't... That might genuinely be the last time we ever see her. If we were just a little later, I would have dragged you out physically. Look at the suit. Oh, Jinchi's wearing that hairpin. That is the hairpin all the way back from the garden party, I think, in season 1, right? The one where Gaoshun's like, something about your true status, and he's got that hairpin. Because Jinchi was just like tossing it around carelessly or something like that, and Gaoshun was like, you should take more care of this. I forget how the exact scene goes, but there's a scene of Jinchi with that hairpin, like in super early on, first couple episodes. So that's the hairpin of him being the Emperor's younger brother. You can't switch to comedy like this, man. I'm not even remotely over the scene that just happened. Would you be the only one? Lahan's like, Father, please, I'm fucked if you do this. Stop. Did you realize that Jinchi and I were the same person? I mean, yeah, obviously Lacan knew that. Lacan's known that since early season 1 when we first met him. Quite the interesting set of armor Jinchi's got on here. Very colorful. You got the purple, the red, the white. Height, weight, chest, waist. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate that you weren't born a woman. I don't think that matters, Lahan. Mao Mao has made it very clear her opinion that even if he's not a woman, he could topple nations with his beauty. Yeah, Lacan's getting antsy. Tried ample sulfur. That's all. Yeah, Feifa consumption. Feifa consumption? Construction. They're making gunpowder for the Feifas. On top of a wall. Oh! Oh, damn. So they're not even... I guess the Feifas would be for close combat. If they broke into the stronghold, they would use the Feifas. But, yeah, you need a lot of gunpowder for some cannons. Oh, boy. Interesting, without letting them use the cannons. Or so our math head thinks. What do you know? Shisui already did that. I love that. They're gonna go and try and take out the gunpowder reserves, and Shisui's already done that. I really like that. Shisui already did that step for you guys. Part 1 of your strategy is already done. Their gunpowder reserves are cooked already. Yeah, that step's already done. Launching a surprise attack. Would that look bad? Yeah, see, they very, very specifically showed you that hairpin now. That's exactly the hairpin we saw earlier. Yeah. But Jinchi also didn't want people to die. Wow. Even if this gets looked badly upon because they're launching a surprise attack, he's gone with it anyway to avoid the most casualties possible. You'll need to approach that girl differently from now on. Yeah. The second he shows up in armor and that hairpin, Mao Mao will no longer be able to deny the reality. She was literally a sentence away from figuring out No, that was episode 20. Yeah. Literally one sentence, and Mama would have put together who Jinchi is. If she sees him in the armor, she'll know. She won't be able to use her incredible ability to just ignore things she doesn't want to think about anymore because it will be right in front of her face. You. Honestly, I thought in season 1 that this guy was Lahan, but he shows up in season 1 as well. Yeah. We have absolutely seen you, or like early season 1, talking to Lahan, and I thought that that was Lahan until obviously we met Lahan. Alright, what's going on here now? Shisho's here, huh? She indulges in her hedonism within my earshot on purpose. It's interesting because I don't think Shisho's a good person from the theories we saw earlier with Sude about the fact that he specifically found Taiho's daughter to have a child with her so that he could use that child with imperial blood for his own use. I would assume he's probably not a great person, but now he's just being controlled by Shinmei. Jesus Christ. And that's Kyoryu's mom right there. Virtuous wives and child-raising mothers on purpose. To watch them fall into depravity with male... That's fucking insane. Oh, that is so gross. Ew. Oh my... That's terrible. Fuck, this woman sucks. She quite literally drugs them up, hires male prostitutes to sleep with them, to like... yeah, like literally says watch them fall into depravity and male prostitutes. That is disgusting. She takes high up women, high, strong, noble women, drugs them out, forces them to sleep with male prostitutes because they're drugged out of their minds, they can't think properly, and just ruin their lives basically by just constantly doing that and getting them addicted and what all the above. That's so disgusting. There goes your gunpowder reserves. So this just... This is when Shisui blew up their gunpowder reserves. All your gunpowder just went patooey. I know this, yet I do nothing. Jesus Christ. To take my daughter at... What? The previous emperor asked Shisho to... And so this is the first time they've outright... Because it's still been claimed up until this point that the previous... it was a doctor who did it, and that's why it was exiled. Although we all know the truth. This is the first time they're outright admitting what the truth is. That it was the previous emperor's child. Adultery between Taiho and the daughter. Oh my god. This is the first time we've seen such a clear image of the previous emperor in his later years. This is the first time we've seen such a clear image. Raised as a princess in the palace. Huh. Are you gonna find out Shisho's actually not a bad dude? Because earlier they were saying it was for political gain. Like Mao theorized that Shisho had picked up Taiho's daughter and had a child with her for political gain. But it honestly seems like that might not be the case. It seems like he was just doing what the emperor told him to. I couldn't decline a request from the rapidly weakening emperor. And that spelled Shisho's downfall. I will grant you any wish. Did he literally do this and then ask for Shinmei to get given back to him? Oh my god, are they about to make Shisho like a horribly tragic character? What the fuck? Because like they had said, the Shihokushu clan had brought Shisho in, given him the name Shisho, married him to Shinmei, to which Shisho seems to claim that Shinmei was not how she always was. Shinmei was then sent to the rear palace, to which she was then a concubine there for some number of years, we don't quite know how long, and during that time while she's there, Shisho is ordered by the previous emperor to sleep with Taiho's, or get with Taiho's daughter and have a child with her by the previous emperor, and then his wish is to bring Shenmei back, and that's why Shenmei is gifted back to Shisho. He probably asks the previous emperor here to have her back, and then she turns into a monster because of the fact that he slept with another woman. This is, oh my god, that's crazy. His daughter as my wife, and Suire was born. Yep. And this is how that turned out. Wow, was Shisho actually not a bad dude? I was not expecting this. I guess this is the first time we're learning anything about him, so I guess I should have kept a more open mind, but I really thought him and Shenmei would have been in cahoots or something, but then again, we've also never seen him with Shenmei, ever. Oh, Shisui pulled up herself. Any of you who have descended into decadence. Shit! Yeah, this is your true daughter. They had locked Suire into a cabinet? What the fuck? Oh man, it sucks because we know what Shisui's plan is here. She's trying to save Suire, but I think out of all the master planning that Shisui has done up until this point, I think this is her biggest failure. Because, not biggest failure, but biggest, like, delusion, I guess. Because there's no way Suire is left alive with what she's done, no matter whether she was forced to do it or not. It's just the time period. They fucking locked her in a cabinet. She's like carrying her? Jesus Christ. They tied her up? What the fuck? Was this level of abuse? Yes! Goddamn, Shisho. Clearly just after everything went down, he just turned an eye to everything going on. Wow, I'm shocked. Shisho is actually not a terrible person. He just turned a blind eye to the horrid abuse going on, and he never saw Shisui for who she actually was. He just thought she was a puppet, which, you know, seemingly everybody else thought so as well. I am actually shocked. Take responsibility for once in your life. Yeah, if there's anything for Shisho being a bad person, it's how he just turned a blind eye to everything going on. Tanuki, master of a village of foxes. What is their plan here? Jesus Christ! Oh god! Yep, an attack is being strung right now. Time to die, Shenmei. Damn! They just buried half the place in fucking snow. Oh my god. And it's covered in snow now. You knew we had no chance to win. I'm glad we're seeing Shisui again. I look, he didn't think we'd see her again. I will see mother off. And they've now somehow made me like Shisho. That's crazy. Armor's buried under the snow. Ooh, that's an arrow to your fucking back. Holy shit. Yup. It's over. Oh, fuck. Damn, bossin'! Holy shit. Not, what the I want to call him Lacan, that is not your name. What is wrong with me? What is wrong with me? I've said his name so many times, how am I forgetting it? Lihaku! God damn, I'm so sorry that I forgot that name for a second. Christ. Yeah, it's over. Let's go, Shinji! Yeah, they had no chance to win. Return to the building to fight the fire. Yeah, you got a huge assist from Shisui here. He was sick of holding up in a plate. It wasn't Shisha who made the mistake, it was Shenmei. And it turns out Shenmei actually is just kind of stupid. Good to know. I had theorized that she was, like, not actually just dumb and making dumb decisions earlier this season, but apparently that's just not true. She's actually just dumb. Yeah, now Haku knows. Little lady's boss eating with the beauty of heavenly goodness, showing up as the leader of the royal guard. Any criticism that it is a sneak attack. And those who accept them. He's just terrified of Shenmei. Jesus Christ. Oh wow, damn, Jinchi fully assumed the position of someone in a higher power. Damn, I love that. Lee Haku taking his experience from... probably not, but you know, it seems like he might be taking his experience from Mao Mao and the explosion forever ago. Yeah, this thing could blow at any moment. Whatever episode that was in season 1, like episode 13 or something like that, where she did the little explosion. Yeah, Jinchi can't stay out of it because he needs to go find Mao Mao. That's not gonna happen when Mao Mao's in danger. You'll make a new political enemy. I mean, it's not funny because, but it is. So that's why he's obviously gonna go in himself. Oh dear God! Here comes a lot of soldiers. Yo. Oh, she sees him! Mao Mao! The amount of times I've screamed Mao Mao like that in this season, it's gotta be a fucking record. So what is the plan, Mao Mao? Because she talked earlier like there was something, a clear plan in mind with Shisui wanted her to do. I'm not quite sure. Did she clarify? So are those kids actually just all dead? Did she legitimately just kill them? Please take care of the rest. Yeah. Made it seem like Shisui had a clear plan in mind. I should have run. Yeah, she can't. Is that Jinchi who's gonna burst through that door? Whoever bursts in here is reasonable. It's gonna be Jinchi himself. Oh, yep. Hello. He just, holy fuck, he just kicked down that door. We know Jinchi's strong as hell. He's like ripped, but like, him just busting down the door. Yeah, you can't deny it anymore, Mao Mao. That is Jinchi, and he is the Emperor's younger brother. Could you protect me? It's just snake blood, yeah. They tried to torture her with snakes. I miss this atmosphere. Aww. Oh god, bad timing. I am no longer crown prince. Yep. Now they're just forcing him to outright say it. Lady Gyok. Oh wait, whoa! Holy I didn't even I didn't even read the second sentence yet. What? Holy shit, Lady Gyokyo gave birth to a prince. Wow. Okay. And ideally this time, since like obviously Shisho, Shenmei, and their people aren't around anymore, this child should live. Holy shit. There's a new prince and he'll take the throne. Yeah. The Emperor's younger brother is 19. Yeah, he was faking his age. You're younger than you look is fucked up. Damn, he's leaving Mao Mao to him. He's got places to go, things to do. You resemble a girl who works the palace called Mao Mao. The fucking... I also love her banter with Lihaku. It's very funny.
さらわれました。お前の父ちゃんって。あれの名前を出さない。
Just that old guy's fine.
さんとかで。
わかった。いやー、我々、お前が言うならそうなんだろう。そうだな。
I love how casually he speaks to her, even though he just got the revelation that she is the daughter of like the highest up commander outside of like the Imperial blood themselves, and he's still talking to her so casually.
蛇の返り血です。
And through how it is back, he can't move. Oh no!
それに乗じた奇襲もあのおっさんの策です。
Yeah. Well, actually, the surprise attack was Lahan's plan.
誰か寝ているのか。
They're dead.
子供です。毒を煽ったようです。
生き残っても一族はまとめて刑に処される。
But Shisui said, I'll leave the rest to you. What did that mean? Once again, they're making it very clear that anyone would be killed. These children would not survive. So what does Shisui want her to do? I don't know.
処刑された者たちは
Are the remains of the executed... Oh. She's basically questioning if since these kids are dead, would the army leave? And then if the army left, these kids could wake up later on and live? Is that what she's trying to figure out here? Well, that wouldn't happen then.
そういうことは俺の仕事じゃない。まるで眠ってるみたいだな。おい、手を貸してくれ。
リハク様
What's he doing?
ここに放置するわけにもいかねえだろう。こそっと墓地の近く。
Oh. But I still don't know if they're just fully dead or not. It's like Mao Mao's trying to gauge. The way Mao Mao is questioning and how she's questioning Lihaku and the questions she's asking makes it seem like they drank the resurrection drug.
罪に問われませんか。
わからん。
Aww, I love Lihaku, man. What a good guy. The fact that he was like, all the women and children would be killed anyway, and he's like, I don't like that. I mean, then again, I don't think many people like that idea. The innocents just being murdered. It's just something that politically you don't have a choice to not do. You appeal to Jinshi, Mao Mao. That's how. Or yeah, go to that old guy and call him Papa or something. That works too.
お前があのおっさんをパパとでも呼んだら何でも言うこと。すまん。
They didn't even show her face. Wow, he probably just got the same face that fucking Jinshi got back in episode 18. Yeah, Lihaku here was much less terrified about it, but they didn't even show us her face. They just showed his reaction. Is the doggo here? Oh, I fulfilled an order. They put him in whole body bag, so I feel like at this point they are actually dead. I don't know. What did Shisui mean? I feel like I don't know, man. This is bugging me. This is my job. Yeah, you're never gonna see her again. Jesus Christ, I can, man. What was it? What? I don't. Am I going insane? What the fuck is she talking about? For once, I'm just completely lost because they're taking out the kids now in body bags. And obviously Lihaku here is saying that he'll bury them out back, but if he buries them under the snow, they're gonna get frostbite and die. Anyway, if they're not already dead. What else could Shisui want her to do? That's all. The episode's gonna end. What a good episode, man. Another peak-ass episode, and Mao now knows for certain who Jinshi is. Finally. Finally, she's been forced to fully acknowledge it. We also got a huge reveal that Gyokyo had a boy. So she gave birth like episodes ago, forever ago, and we're finally finding out what gender the baby is. So Jinshi no longer has to become the next in line because the Emperor had a boy, which is exactly what Jinshi has wanted this entire time, actually, so he doesn't have to do that. Man. Let's see what else, what plan Chisu is trying to enact with her father. Obviously that'll happen next episode. Man, Mama's gonna have stories to tell Shaolin when she gets back. Christ. I can't even imagine what Shaolin's thinking. Because just think of it, in reality, both Shisui and Mao disappeared out of thin air one day, and Shaolin's probably heard nothing about where they went. Probably nothing at all. Or maybe, who knows, maybe she's pieced together that Shisui is Lolan with all the rumors going around and shit like that. I have no idea. I feel so bad for her in particular because, in reality, yeah, her two best friends just disappeared and have been gone for months. Or it's been at least, I believe, like, it's been at least a month, because it was 10 days to travel there, then she was in the village for like a day or two, and then it was another, like, carriage ride, so it's been a couple weeks, at least. Maybe not a full month yet. Anyway, really good episode. I think this is the first one in a while that I don't have a whole ton to add here in the ending section. I can only theorize about what Shisui meant, about what plan Mao has to carry out. We'll probably find out more about that next episode. I'm not quite certain. I'm really not quite certain what the plan is there, because they literally carried the kids out in body bags, and if they were to go bury them outside in the snow, the kids would just get frostbite and die anyway if they're not already dead, and burying them, the kids would wake up in a body bag underground. So I don't quite know what the plan is there. But I'm curious to see what Shisui's plan is with her father. She wants him to take responsibility for one last time, and she talked about a plan. So I'm curious what their plan is here, but damn. I wonder if they're going to realize that Shisui is the one who, or maybe Mao will say something, but Shisui is the one who sabotaged all the gunpowder and everything like that. Anyway, let's see where this is going to go next episode. Obviously, we get a week break, so no episode this Friday, sadly. But yeah, I'll be caught up on YouTube. Whenever this is posted, we'll be fully caught up by the time episode 23 is airing, which is very exciting. So yeah, I think that is going to wrap it up for my reaction to the Apothecary Diaries Season 2, Episode 22. I hope you guys did enjoy, and I hope you all have a good day.